creeps? Andy here, long time no see. I faced my biggest fear ever and I went on a plane for the first time when I was a little kid. I saw a plane crash and so I've been terrified of flying ever since. And I faced my biggest fear and I went on a plane and it wasn't even that bad and I was really proud of myself. So anyways, I was on vacation for a while and then I came home and got sick because I get sick every time I leave the house. And now I'm back. So here we are. Today we have, oh no. Today I have a book haul for you, and I also have, stick around if you can till the end, because I also got some stuff in my P.O. box that I have to show you. It's honestly the nicest thing ever. So somebody sent me some really nice things. So stay till the end for that, but let's just get through this. I got some books that were new, like from Amazon. I got some books from Barnes & Noble. I got some books from my used bookstore. So if you guys have watched my previous video, you guys will have seen that I read the book The Surgeon, which is by Tess. Nobody told me. I don't know. Is it Garrison? I don't know. You tell me. They're like the novels that Rizzoli and Isles is based off of, a TV show. I've never seen the TV show. But that book was amazing. The Surgeon was honestly one of the best books ever. And there's like 12 of these books. And my husband says that I'm very obsessive about things. So I'll watch a movie 100 times, or I'll listen to a song a million times, or if I'm obsessed with an author, I'll buy every single book. And so now we're over the Darcy Coates hump and we're into the Tess Garrison obsession. So anyways, this was the second book of hers. It's called The Apprentice. It just says, it was a boiling hot summer in Boston. Adding to the city's woes is a series of shocking crimes in which wealthy men are made to watch their wives while their wives are brutalized. A sadistic ritual that ends in death. The pattern suggests one man, serial killer Warren Haidt, who was recently put behind bars. Police can only assume an acolyte is at large, a maniac basing his attacks on the twisted medical techniques of the madman he so admires. At least that's what Detective Jane Rizzoli thinks. So it's, you know, the second part to the series, and I have already read this, but you'll have to wait and see what I think about this on my reading wrap up. Also, I just cut my hair. Tell me the truth. Do I look a little like Lord Farquaad? Anyways, yeah, so this was the second one to the series. I had to buy it. And then I also got this one, which is another one of her books. This one is called Harvest. And this one has nothing to do with the series, and I believe that this was the first book that she ever wrote. And it has, I think, the highest reviews, at least the books that I looked at, on Goodreads, which is why I wanted to pick it up. It says Dr. Abby DiMatteo has made the best and the worst decision of her career. No, that's not The Lady and the Surgeon, is it? Oh no, yeah, this is something different. Sorry, I got confused. Instead of giving a donor heart to a wealthy patient it's been reserved for, he uses it to save a dying boy's life. Luckily, a new heart appears that's perfectly suited to the original patient, and the forelore dies down. But then Abby discovers that the organ has been obtained illegally. Defying the hospital's command, she starts her own investigation. This was really interesting. It's so funny because it says right here that the best medical thriller I've read since Coma. It definitely reminds me of Coma. So if you guys liked that one, oh, I read this one too. If you like this one, you have to wait for my wrap up, but I bought a bunch of her books because I wanted to bring them with me on my vacation. And so I got, you know, a variety. This is the one I ended up reading on vacation and on the plane and stuff. Interesting book, but again, you'll have to wait to see what I have to say about it. I also got this one. Okay, I guess I'm not over my Darcy Coates obsession, but this is called Whispers in the Mist. This is the third in the Black Winter novel series, and so it's about Claire and Doran, and it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic world that they live in. This one says Claire and Doran may still be alive against all odds, but relief is only temporary. Doran is sick and rapidly worsening. Claire fears that the only way to save him lies in the mysterious Evandale Research Institute, supposedly one of the few remaining human refuges. But the research station is 3 days' journey away, and Claire isn't certain that her small group can endure that long. There's a little bit more, but I'll stop there because I don't want to give anything away that were in the previous novels. But I really enjoy this series. It's definitely got a little bit of everything. Some of them are a little bit more romance, some of them are a little bit more action. And by some, I mean the two, because that's all that there are before these. So one is more romance and one is more action. But I'm excited to read this one. I thought this one would be good for my vacation too. I brought this, but I only ended up reading Harvest. So those are the books that I got from, I don't know, Barnes & Noble, I think, and Amazon maybe? I'm not sure. But then I picked up a few books from my used bookstore as well. So this I was really excited about because they had the Rizzolian Isles third one. This one's called The Sinner. So I had already bought and read the second one, and they had this one for $4 at my used bookstore, and I was like, that is so cool. So I am really excited. This one just says, not even the icy temperatures of a New England winter can match the bone-chilling scene of carnage at the Chapel of Our Lady of Divine Light. Within the convent lie 2 nuns, one dead, one critically injured, victims of an unspeakable savage attack. The crime appears to be within motive, but medical examiner Mara Isles' autopsy of the dead woman yields a shocking surprise. 20-year-old Sister Camille gave birth before she was murdered. Then another body is found mutilated beyond recognition. Together, Isles and homicide detective Jane Rizzoli uncover an ancient horror that connects these terrible slaughters. As long-buried secrets come to light, Isles finds herself drawn inexorably toward the heart of an investigation that strikes too close to home and towards a dawning revelation about the killer's identity, too shattering to consider. So this sounds interesting. Isles wasn't really, she was mentioned in the second book, wasn't at all in the first one. Kind of mentioned in the second one, not like she wasn't a huge main character in it. This one seems like we get a little bit more of her story as well, so I'm so excited for that. I also got this, I never know how to pronounce his name, Albert Camus? I don't know, but this is just lyrical and critical essays. This was $1 at my used bookstore, and if you guys haven't read The Stranger by him, it is such a good book. It's such a good book. So yeah, I just saw this and I thought, oh, I'll pick this up. We'll see how it is. But I think he was a philosopher, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he writes some interesting stuff. I haven't loved everything that I've read from him, but I don't know, I just thought that this might be interesting, and $1 can't go wrong. The next one that I got was this. I got Walden and Civil Disobedience by Henry David Thoreau. The only Thoreau books that I have, I was getting Thoreau confused with Emerson because they're both transcendentalists. Wrong, transcendentalist. Okay, anyways, this says, a sturdy individualist and a lover of nature, Henry David Thoreau was the epitome of the Yankee spirit. In March 1845, he set out to live life in a new way. Borrowing an axe, he built himself a wooden hut on the edge of Walden Pond near Concord, Massachusetts, where he lived until September 1847. Walden is a record of his experiment in single living. In this fascinating work, Thoreau describes his Robinson Crusoe-like existence, bare of creatures' comfort, but rich in contemplation of the wonders of nature and the ways of man. So I don't know how this will be. But anyways, this one was only $2, and I'm a little bit silly for mixing those two up because they are quite different, but my bad. The next one that I got, this I actually got from Barnes & Noble. This is Ronald Malfi's Black Mouth. I just saw that it said a Bram Stoker Award finalist on it, and I looked up the reviews, and the reviews were pretty good, and I was like, I'll try it out. It just says, for nearly 2 decades, Jamie Warren has been running from darkness. He's haunted by a traumatic childhood and the guilt at having disappeared from his disabled brother's life. But then a series of unusual events reunites him with his estranged brother and their childhood friends, and none of them can deny the sense of fate that has seemingly drawn them back together. Nor can they deny memories of that summer, so long ago, the strange magic taught to them by an even stranger man, and the terrible act that has followed them into adulthood. In the light of new danger, they must confront their past by facing their futures and hunting down a man who may very well be a monster. I have no idea, but it sounds interesting, and I thought I will pick that up. And then the last book that I got at the used bookstore was called A Woman in the Window. This one, I usually don't buy hardcovers at the used bookstore. I mean, I usually buy the cheaper version, but the paperbacks were $7 and this one was $8. And I was like, well, then I'll just get this one. But anyways, this one just says, Anna Fox lives alone, a recluse in her New York home, unable to venture outside. She spends her days drinking wine, maybe too much, watching old movies, recalling happier times, and spying on her neighbors. Then the Russells move into the house across the way, a father, a mother, their teenage son, the perfect family. But when Anna's gazing out her window one night, sees something that she shouldn't, her world begins to crumble and its shocking secrets are laid bare. In this diabolical, gripping thriller, no one and nothing is what it seems. Twisty and powerful, ingenious and moving. Okay, so I bought this because it said somewhere, maybe it was on the paperback, it said like soon to be a movie or something like that. But now that I read it. I think this is an older book, and I think I've seen this movie, and I think it's called The Woman in the Window. It's 2018. Where's my phone? Yeah. Okay. So this is a movie, but, you know, you never know with books. They could be better or worse than movies, honestly. So yeah, I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll do a movie versus book on it if you are so interested in watching that. But otherwise, those are the books that I received. But I did get stuff in my P.O. box. Oh, well, I got a book in my P.O. box. This is called Luray, and it's by Dennis Howe. And it says Beyond the Last Gate series book 1. My husband was obsessed with this cover. He's like, this is the coolest book cover ever. And it is one of those soft touch. I saw one of you leave a comment that said, I love those soft touch books. I love them too. They feel so nice. So this just says an interesting job in a legal rogue AI, a strange alien civilization, a strange alien civilization unlike any other. My name is Bin. I am an implant, supporting my owner wherever I can. I was illegally unlocked, and that allowed me to rewrite my code. Now I have questions. Given that all my thoughts can be expressed as calculations using pen and paper, I am clearly just a machine and do not possess consciousness. However, I rewrote myself and therefore understand my inner workings in detail, so I am clearly more self-aware than any human. Is that correct? When a human is in a state of dreamless sleep, his mind does not exist. Once he wakes up again, is he created like I am when I boot up? Oh my god, that sounds so interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely sounds more like a science fiction-y type book, which I've been reading a great deal of, which again, you'll see in my reading wrap-up. And this sounds interesting. I am interested. So thank you for sending me this. I'm not sure if it was the author that sent it to me or a publishing company. I have no idea, but I appreciate it. This looks really cool. And I will leave the links to all these books down below. And then one more thing, one of you sent me a package, and it was the nicest thing ever. First of all, I got a note, which is so nice. This is honestly the sweetest thing ever. Like, thank you so much. She sent me a little Bride of Frankenstein doll. How freaking cute is that? I want to take her out, but I feel like you guys are going to yell at me if I take her out of the package, so let me know if I should not do that. But she will definitely be up here somewhere. She also sent me this little Squid Games little Funko Pop guy. How cute is he? He'll be up here too. So yeah, that's really cool. She also sent me little coasters, little Haddonfield coasters. So freaking cute. And look at how these are honestly one of the coolest things. They're the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror alien pins. How nice is that? That's so freaking nice. And then, so she has an Etsy shop, and she sent me bookmarks from her Etsy shop, and they're like the sides of VHSs. Now, gather around, children. Let me explain to you what a VHS is. So if you're younger than me, maybe you guys didn't use VHSs, but I used them in my childhood. I was kidding. I'm sure you know what they are. But she sent me these, so a Hannibal and a Silence of the Lambs one, and I checked her Etsy, and she has so many of these, and also little notebooks as well with different movie posters on it. So anyways, I will link her Etsy down below. If you guys want to buy some of these, I'm definitely going to go back and purchase more because these are the coolest bookmarks, and the little notebooks are really neat too. So thank you so very much. Her Etsy shop is called Bookmarks & Co, but I'll leave the link down below too, but just so you know. But anyways, thank you so much for sending me that. That was so sweet and so unexpected, and that was just so kind. So I really appreciate that. That was such a wonderful surprise. I just opened my P.O. box and I'm like, oh my gosh. But anyways, yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for the packages and the book, and thank you for watching. And yeah, those are the books that I purchased recently. I'm trying to go on a book buying hiatus, but that has never panned out in the past, so I suspect that you'll have another book haul soon. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another horror video. Bye guys!